They looking for somebody close. So you hearing the helicopter Sunday morning. Oh, they want their ass. So, hear that helicopter in the background. Sunday motherfucking morning. They already high speed. Gotta get your Sunday morning right. I don't know. Can you hear him? Can you hear the helicopter? I don't know. It'd be active. Especially out here. So, man, you guys, anything you want. If somebody from your hood went on a PCR, are they still good? Rolling Ride, that's right. Welcome home. Welcome home. They're Black and Crips at that. Man, that's a hey Zone. If you got me on Instagram, I'll give you some more feedback to that question. But technically, once you've been on a PCR and you come home, all that solid shit you talk is out the window. Like motherfucker might not necessarily run a nigga down because of that shit. But as far as that tough shit, like it won't hold no water. Cause some people go SNY for certain reasons. Like if you went to SNY because you was tired of gang banging and you couldn't take it no more, and you come home, then you live a upstanding, productive citizen life. Rolling Ride, man, shit. That's what's up. What'd you go with? I mean, shit. Well, I'm just glad you're back. Did you tell them about the Dirty Nation when you was in there? Okay, so but bumped up with a dude that was a hitter from his hood, the same age, and they chopping it up like that. One thing I gotta say is that people respect violence, whether they fear it or respect it. So if that person is a violent motherfucker off top that is known to handle his business, then damn, they still living. It sound like more than one helicopter. Hold on. Helicopters got me with PTSD and all type of shit. Alright, but let's see. I feel that's wrong, bro. They was homies on the outs. But one's a Chomo on a Chomo Charge. The other one a hitter. Play around with dirt, you get mud. how is they bunked up together for one? For like he was in the pen before and went S&Y, and now he's in the county and he's bunked up with a hitter. I don't know, Zone. I don't know, Zone. That one right there, because I mean, you fuck with him, you duck with him. It's all type of little sayings and shit that fall into play when it comes to to a homie that used to be that was S&Y. But see, that Chomo Charge off top. That Chomo Charge off top is like a tough one. But if he sellies with him, wait a minute. Which one is S&Y? Which one was S&Y? The hitter or the other one? The hitter was in the pen and went S&Y. Well, then they both S&Y. They might as well kick it together. They might as well be the bestest of friends because they both infected it. If they both infected it, they both was S&Y, then really there's no discussion because they chose that. His girl's sister. That's that bullshit. Why don't they do each other a favor and the hitter take out the Chomo and he might have action at coming back. Why did the hitter go S&Y? El Chapo. But it's a good. I mean, that's a good question until I realized that like they both already like gone. That's what that is. Like they both gone. They checked out. Now that's a whole different discussion if they was on the streets. Like if they was on the streets, that's a whole different discussion. But they both locked up, so they both are going right where they're supposed to be. Right where they're supposed to be. Mule Creek. I don't even remember the names of them yards. If there's A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. Right there. Lord, good morning from Oak Park, California. That's right. Hey, you a real Oak Park nigga too. I'm gonna tell you why. My nigga Beef. Not beef. But niggas from Oak Park don't say they from Sacramento. Niggas from Oak Park be like, nigga, I'm from Oak Park, California. They'll be like, I'm from Sacramento, California. They'll be like, I'm from Oak Park, California. Do you know Larry? I don't know. I know people more by it. Well, I know people by that first and last name too. But you have to tell me like where would I know? I know hella Larrys. Hella Larrys. So where would I know him from? What pen? What hoodie from? Have you ever seen anyone go from S&Y to GP? No. Not personally. Michael J. Let's see. You ever see anybody? He was the warden at Calipad. You know what? I was at Calipad only from 2010 to 2011. And when I was there, the warden was a woman. Because the warden is the one that sent the police up in my cell when I put that money on the internet. One's in Salinas. So Calipad got an S&Y yard now? Oh, you talking about the he was a warden? No, okay. See, we talking about two different things. Hold on. So Yeah, so the warden at Calipad was a female. Have I ever seen anybody go SNY to GP? No. But I heard about it. I heard about it. And I'll tell you how that happens. I only heard about this. So, like with Northerners or sometimes Southerners and white boys, like if they figure out they don't want to be SNY, this is just what I heard. What they'll do is they got these soft ass yards. Like Vacaville was a soft ass yard. And they'll get sent there. A soft ass yard because it's also GP too. It's not SNY. I'm gonna get like look, Vacaville is classified SNY because the northerner dropouts that are there and the southerners that are there, they aren't allowed to go back to the main line. So therefore, that's considered a SNY for them. So what they'll do is they'll go SNY and go to a prison like that and program for like a year or two. Next thing you know, their medical condition or whatever got them there in the first place, or whatever mission they was on, all of a sudden they don't have no issues no more. So they send them to the main line because they probably checking the whole time they in Vacaville. They probably checking in with the homies, making sure it's cool for them to come back to the main line. And they slip them back in. So they slip them back in through these soft-ass prisons. And then they be in the soft prisons for a minute. And then after a while, then they slip them back in the system. That's what I heard. I don't know what CSA is. Well, unless that's Calipad. California State. I don't know. Do you think CDC will ever gain control of their prisons? From the Prison Channel info, it seems to be a trend. Was there a documentary made about a prison while you were actually at it? That's a good question. Let's see. They came through Folsom and made a documentary. Old Folsom. And Salinas Valley, I didn't see documentary. You gotta remember, like they made some documentaries about prisons long ago while I was still in prison though. So like when I watch Salinas Valley documentaries, I'll be having fresh PTSD when I watch that shit. Fresh PTSD. But actually like to where they interviewed me or they was walking on the yard with cameras, that shit happened so much you never knew if you was on a documentary or not. Did you see the new Kev Mack video with the Mexican pyro by the name of Slick Nella from Campanella Park? Slick. Campanella. Slick. First off top, if your name is Slick and you from Compton, I know Slick One, Slick Deuce. I know them Slicks. And Slick from Bounty Hunters. Ooh, that boy Slick from Bounty Hunters. Something else. Slick from Bounty Hunters. They said that nigga was taking windshields in LA County. This some real shit. The homie told me this. The homie. He said that nigga Slick. There might be a white boy or an Asian or somebody or a soft ass nigga over there. He gonna be like, yeah, I'm about to get him. Like where they was wondering if motherfuckers were getting raped, they was getting raped in LA County jail. They was raping each other, raping the other races. It was bad in LA County Jail. I don't know what it is now, but I know back then it was bad. But that motherfucker Slick, they said that motherfucker, he used to put baby oil on. Like he said, he's like JB said one time, he said that nigga went over there with the white boy, no, the Asian. And he said, man, Slick had the baby oil on, slid up over there, sat up on his bunk and was talking to him. And they had like sheets. They be having sheets that cover the bunks. He said, next to you know, he heard the wrestler. Because Slick then went up in there, Slick then put baby oil on. That's why it was called Slick. Cause you gonna fight and you can't grab nothing. Your hand gonna be. I was like, y'all be talking about Sac County like it's bad shit. Go to LA County. Go to LA County. Especially the modules. Like if you young and you from like Southern California, then you probably just heard the stories about the modules. But really, ask Kev Mack about the modules. You have to be built Ford, Chevy, Lincoln, and Maserati tough to walk through that motherfucker. Because it was nothing to see a gang member running down the hallway asshole naked because they didn't stripped him out and stuck like a They got these roll-on deodorants. Dirty getting graphic on Sunday. But they got these roll-on deodorants like this. And they got these fart sacks. Anybody know about the fart sacks? Like, anybody know about the fart sacks? That's them big ass things that they use to cover the mattress. Or it's something that you could sleep in because you could put a body in the fart sack. Man, they was putting people in the fart sack, violating them, and beating them. They got sandals, right? They got sandals in the county jail. They not like regular sandals. These motherfuckers is hard plastic sandals. Like they plastic, but they hard. They put people in them fart sacks and was beating them with sandals. Bang, bang. Beating him, and you can zip the fart sack, so you just getting beat and stomped with sandals. Man, that LA County modules was horror stories. Horror stories. Anyhow, back to the questions. How many times a year does a hard jail riot go on in lockdown? Depends where you at, first off. Because you go to some county jails and them shit be happening. You might see a one-on-one, that's a part of jail, but you full out riot, nah. But look, we can go Sacramento County Jail where I've been, and I would say that a full-on race riot, it would probably happen between like the blacks and the northerners. Because no other races really are big enough to even kick up dust to even stand up to the blacks in Sac County. Not like that. Like the Asians might get it popping with the blacks, but really it's the northerners and the blacks. Them is the two races that get into it in Sac County Jail. Now in LA County Jail, it'll be the Southsiders and the blacks. In Orange County, it'll be the blacks and the whites. So it depends where you at. But in Sac County, you could say a race riot or the potential for a race riot is going to be at least like 2 to 3 times a year. I'm going to say 2 to 3 times a year because the last time I was there, the potential for it, the matter of fact, a northerner fired on the nigga Ron from the Bay. Hit that nigga in his jaw in the basketball game because Ron was doing some excessive ass defense when they was playing basketball. And I ain't gonna say his name, but he told him to back up off me. Ron kept playing him hard. That nigga fired on Ron in his jaw. Bing! Ron was like, that nigga said, bing! I respect that. And went back to playing basketball. But everybody that was black, because we in a branch, everybody that was black was looking like, oh shit. Motherfuckers started putting shit down, tightening up their pants, getting ready. Because anytime in the pen, if one race fires on another, it's on the cracking right then and there. But because we in jail, the politics is different. So when he fired on Ron, In the middle of the basketball game, it happened so fast that nobody moved. We waiting on Ron Ron. What you gonna do, Ron Ron? What you gonna do? That motherfucker Ron Ron said, "Bing." I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. So when we went inside, here's the funny thing. If y'all following me, because I'm on one this morning, but if y'all following me, trip this out. We go inside. This is how politics play out. Now here's the deal. This nigga done got fired on by a Mexican and he ain't did nothing. Period. We don't care. Even though the Mexican was cool, we don't care. You ain't did nothing. And so you got to do something or you making the blacks look bad. So Ron Ron is from the Bay Area. Even though you in a Sacramento County jail, it's enough Bay Area dudes, whether you from Oakland, Vallejo, Richmond, whatever. It's enough dudes from the Bay Area to make a call in this decision. And the decision is Ron Ron got to go. He can't be here because he making us look bad. So Ron Ron got to go. Because if Ron Ron would have took off, every black in that motherfucker that called himself a little bit of gangster better get cracking, and that's how it's supposed to go. But Ron Ron said, I respect that. I respect that. So the call is, the Bay niggas send another Vallejo nigga at Ron Ron. Because Ron Ron is from Oakland, but he slashed like Sacramento a little bit. Man, what you know, Ron Ron beat that nigga up. Ron Ron, that nigga came upstairs like he was gonna beat Ron Ron up. That nigga Ron Ron had that nigga up under the bunk, trying to get away. Oh shit. Oh shit. That nigga Ron Ron still ended up leaving though. He still ended up leaving. I think, and then Ron Ron got beat up in the other pod. But damn it, they sent the wrong nigga at Ron Ron. He beat that nigga up. Let's see. Lavish D said that Sacramento Hoods are different because you can. You're right. It don't matter if you're from the same hood. It's all about the same clique. Unfortunately, that's true. Unfortunately, have a car with a blood and a Crip from the same clique, with blood's taking the Crip side to smoke. You're right, and that's unfortunate too, Sony. I mean, I hate to say it. Was Ron Ron? Let's see. Don't matter if was Ron Ron considered an L7 for his actions and went to PCR? You know what? The way the county jail work is that shit. He can't be here. Like whatever you did before, it was cool, but you can't be up in here. You got to go. Whatever happens outside of here is on you. But it's when you around in this environment and you went out like that, you got to go. Whatever the police decide they want to do with you, PC. If you decide that you can go somewhere else and they allow you to be there, then go ahead. But initially, that's why your actions and your conduct is so very important, because you will ruin your career, and that's what happened. His county jail career was ruined. He got fired on. And did Ron Ron go to the pen and PC up? You know what? I don't know. But the way he was carrying himself in the county, it was only a matter of time until he ended up PC. You ever heard of Big Lurch? Of course, the rapper. Yeah, of course. You can't be from Northern California and not know who Big Lurch is. Well, you can't be from Northern California and be over the age of like 35 and not know who Big Lurch is. Did Ron Ron regain his lost stripes? I doubt it. Ivan the Great, what's happening? Sin Cal. Y'all having some good questions this morning. Keep them coming. Let's see. I need to do a video. I need to do a video of me watching a documentary from Salinas Valley. Because out of all the prisons that I was in, that's the prison that I was at the longest. So I was at the level, I was on level 4, had more than half of my time. And that motherfucker, Salinas Valley, that's where I was raised. Did you see any black Norths in the Sac County jail? Uh, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Most of the black Norths that's black Norths, they are a rare. They are a rare breed. I will say that they are a rare breed. But still, eventually, they end up mostly going toward the black side. Like you don't see the ones that's black Northerners. They eventually like that's they double. It's double hard for them because it's hard for a Northerner off top. But then a black Northerner off top, you could be that all in the streets all you want. You could be a black Northerner on the streets because ain't no rules to govern that. But once you hit the county jail and all that confusion that starts to be caused because of a black Northerner, you gotta be with that. You gotta be about that life. Because I could say this. It's a homie that's from West Sac Piru. I don't know if you ever heard of it. West Sac Piru. And he literally is from Broderick. Literally from Broderick. Maniac. Literally from Broderick. But he from West Sac Piru. And when he hit the line, he fuck with the homies. He fuck with the homies off top. But like in reception, he be over there kicking it with Broderick, with all the Mexicans. Because that's really his homies. That's really who he grew up around. So like if he was in the east or the south or something, he'd be just fine. But because California have politics, he can't be himself. I know I could take another dude. And this dude, I just seen him at Thunder Valley. This dude is from Placer County. He's from Auburn. That is all white people. That is all white people. There might be a pocket of black people up in that thing, but that's like the hills. But he grew up, he went to school out there, played football, was the man, everything. So when he hit reception, and he act like a white boy. So when he hit reception, he was totally confused. I'm talking about he was totally confused. Even though he was black, his comfort zone, what's happening, Nate? Even though he was black, his comfort zone was with the white boys. So when I worked in the kitchen with him, because he got me the job, there's about 7, 8 white boys, about like 5 blacks. He kicking it with the white boys, talking this shit, doing that sex playing shit that they be doing, all that shit. Playing dominoes, talking about each other's mama and girls and what they do, all that shit. And they damn near they called, man, look, it was the weirdest shit ever. And then finally he broke it down to me like, these are my friends. Like, we're from Placer County. These are my friends. There was no other black people when I grew up. So this is why you see me like checking on them, giving them food and all that. I'm like, man, you gonna be thoroughly confused when you hit the main line. That might fly right here in reception in this kitchen, but don't let no other niggas see you talking to these white boys like this, because they gonna be on your shit. And then you spend a hell of time on the yard walking laps with them and stuff. That shit looks suspect. So if you want to survive your next few years, you better figure out what you are. So the same thing applies to a black Northerner. Quiet as kept, my uncle was a black Northerner. My uncle was a black Northerner. But guess what? When he hit the line, and my uncle was a black Northerner with rank. But guess what? When he hit the line, oh, he from Del Paso Heights. He from Del Paso Heights out here. He from Del Paso Heights. Now, back in the days, However he got his reputation, he got it. That was my uncle. Love him to death. Let's see. He was killed in a pen. You know, let's see. Rico Too Smooth, a black northerner from Sac Broderick. Rico Too Smooth. Rico Too Smooth. Hold on, let me go back. Because y'all had a lot of questions. Let's see. Did you see Wes Watson at Salinas Valley? No. Wes Watson was a nobody in the pen. He might have been somebody to the other white dudes, but to us, he a nobody. Nobody. I said that. Let's see. I know a dude moved to Sac, caught 2 bodies within 2 weeks. He fighting at hell. That's sad. That's sad. That's fucked up because you gotta know when you go into me, I done been to a lot of different places. Y'all already know. So when you first pull up to a place that you never been, that you fresh to, man, my suggestion is this. If you're a prison nigga, treat it just like prison and pull up and you better mingle with the locals. You better mingle with the locals and don't tip your whole hand. You better mingle with the locals like you a regular competitor or something. You come in there, you come into an area talking that big shit, you talking them too big of numbers or something, next thing you know, you're going to be on the radar. They're going to have your ass on the menu. So you better come in like a regular competitor. That's part of the struggle because everybody part of the struggle. The biggest mistake people make is coming to new areas, flossing, being themselves that they was of somewhere else, and then coming to a new area and trying to be them same selves, not knowing this is how lions and hyenas and wolves and shit in the cuts. Next thing you know, yourself over there was probably a hitter too. So now yourself over there, hitter, got to be a hitter over here, and you didn't even give yourself a chance to get your feet wet. Yeah. I had a song called Stunt Dummy. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? It's Punjabi music. If Crazy Nick is watching, he was like, "Who the hell's Punjabi MC?" That's Punjabi MC. Andros Flaherty, what's happening, man? You said I got on a what ring? What? I went to Fresno once and ended up in the In-N-Out in a trap motel. I blended in with some cargo pants and a regular white tee for sure. All that shit count. All that shit counts. Common sense. You don't come to a new neighborhood wearing all your chains. Why you gonna come to a new neighborhood wearing all your chains, driving your best car with your biggest sack? That is A1 stupid. I call that a stunt dummy. Stunt Dummy, looking like you living cool. Showing that you haven't lose. Stunt Dummy, I been looking for niggas like you. Ooh, I got you, Stunt Dummy, look like you living cool. I got you. Eyes wide open, and you hoping like your last day, mark today. Lucky you leave broken, probably hoping I'm fresh out looking for a come up. My eyes real thin, and my pocket's about to throw up. Yeah, Al Carroll from Seattle. Al Carroll, he got the coach name. In a complex that looked like, I wrote up like 20 niggas outside. I kept going. Yeah, certain situations you just don't put yourself in. You just don't put yourself in it. I pull up to a spot and 20 niggas outside. If I'm in Sacramento though, that's the thing. If it's 20 niggas outside, I'm gonna know like 2 of them. For any hood. If it's any hood, if there's 20 niggas outside of Sacramento, I know 2 of them. And if I don't know them, I know their daddy, their uncle, or somebody that they know. So all I gotta know is their last name. But everybody can't do that though. Now if I'm in a new area, and it's 20 niggas outside, I'm gonna be giving them niggas 20,000 feet. Because if it's 20 niggas outside, it's about 15 guns. It's about 15 guns ready for anybody to say something wrong. I remember when I was in Florida, in Orlando, they got a spot called Pine Hills. Pine Hills. Like, first of all, whenever you're in a new spot, you want to figure out where the ghetto is. You want to know where the hood is. You must know. Look, man, this is just some common sense shit that I learned from my travels. You must know. I don't care if you're in Vegas. You need to know where the hood is. Where's the hood? And for me, fortunately, I speak hood. So I don't shy. I done been in hoods all across the country. So I don't shy from the hood. I want to know where it is. Because them is really my peoples. Them really my peoples. I can relate more to them than the other people. So I start there. And then I work my way up. I ain't never been stabbed. The only stab wound I really got, I stabbed myself on accident, trying to grab a motherfucking. There was a fucking knife in a trash bag. This happened on the streets. A knife in the trash bag was sticking straight up. And I just happened to just do something, like I was reaching for the bag or something. That motherfucker sliced me like butter. Other than that, I ain't never been stabbed in the pen. I ain't never even really been DP'd in the pen. I done had to run some laps and shit. I ain't never had to catch no fade. I ain't never had to catch no fade for no DP. Most spots by Dollar Tree is grimy. Most spot, wherever you see, and this is pretty consistent across the country. Wherever you see a Walmart, there's a hood not too far away. Because Walmart won't make that much money if they are located in a rich neighborhood. What rich people go into Walmart? They go to Safeways and shit, like Safeways and Publix and shit like that. You gotta have a hood somewhere installed around a Walmart for a Walmart to thrive. Other than that, they can't just thrive off of white people. Walmart is an important store in the economic system. So wherever there's Walmart, there's a hood. Wherever there's a Dollar Tree, most likely a Dollar Tree is right by a Walmart, and they by the hood. You're gonna see a lot of homeless too. Did you ever stab anybody else? If you know my very, 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 very first story, then you know I stabbed. You know I've stabbed. I just try not to brag on that shit, but so I'll just answer your question. Yes, I have. More than once? Yes, I have. Have I been stabbed? No. Damn, he caught 3 bodies fighting 5 men with a knife. Self-defense, no charges. My question is, did them other people have knives? Did them other people have knives? I appreciate that, Andros. Oh, he's a badass. Y'all had Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine in the UK. The real Wolverine. That's how, as soon as you say he fought motherfuckers with knives and hammers and he had a knife, only thing I can think of is Jet Li, Wolverine, or something like that. Man, so out there, I'll be like, hit me, motherfucker, hit me. Hit me and I'm gonna stab your ass. Hit me, and I'm, as a matter of fact, bring your homie too. I want both of y'all to hit me. Matter of fact, here, take these hammers too, or take this big ass stick. Yeah, try to hit me with that. Just get one good shot, hit me. Bam! I'm gonna stab you. That, I mean, shit, that's what it's like. Bam! Oh, you're fucked up now. Oh, shooky, shooky. That shit slapping. Let's go have a look. Let's go see what. He's slapping. Oh, he turned it off. No more Punjabi Kimchi. I got my first interview today in the shack. I'm kind of juiced to it. They ain't gonna turn it back on. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got my first interview today in the shack with a Sacramento rapper. Now I'm gonna interview. I'm kind of juiced to it. A Sacramento rapper that got more albums than Sibo and Brother Lynch probably combined. He even got an album with Mitchie Slick. They do. They got Punjabi Bloods out here, but you would never know them because Punjabis, they tight knit out here. They run shit. What happens if someone gets caught? What happens if someone gets caught Crip walking on the yard? Nothing? Nothing? That ain't nothing but a dance. I like to see Crip walking. That shit is tight. If you can't Crip walk though, don't do it. But if you Crip walk and you got it, that's the thing. If you got it, then Anybody can appreciate a good Crip Walk. Nigga, shit. When Dub C used to be like, bang, 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 you can't blood, Crip, Pyru, whatever. You start getting juiced. When Dub C come out and you start like because that shit is dance. That shit is tight. Do black Mexican kids get accepted in a black person more than Mexican? Kids get accepted as a black person. Mexicans get accepted more than blacks. Like you ain't gonna see no black white boy. Like you ain't gonna see no black dude that run with white boys, but you'll see a white boy that run with blacks. You ain't gonna see. There are black Southsiders. There are black Southsiders. Yes, they are, and they will run with Mexican. But you will see more you'll see more Mexicans that run with blacks than you will see blacks that runs with Mexicans. What race was committing the most murders while you were in, or did it change in every compound? I'm gonna say neck and neck between the whites and the Southsiders. Neck and neck between whites and the Southsiders. Dub C respected. Dub C can go to any hood. He can go to any blood hood, any Crip hood. Dub C was like the first, like Dub C was out of Ice Cube, Dub C, Mac 10, that West Side connection. Dub C was really the hood nigga. He was really the hood nigga. Are there more people in Cali than there are in Canada? Fun fact, there are more people in Cali than there are in Canada. Wow, I didn't know that. Not just clowning, we got thousands who's out running the streets. That song came out when I was in the county, and we had some shit called the Jukebox, Channel 23, where people call in and pay money, and they can get their video shown, like whatever they wanted to play. But in the county jail, we had Channel 23, but we could barely see it. We could barely see it, but you could hear the music clear. So we used to just keep it on that all day long. But that Dub C come on, you can't really see it clear, but you could clearly see this nigga's feet. You couldn't see his top, you couldn't see the face because that shit was blurry and all that because it was the bad cable. But you could see that nigga's feet and you could see the car that he was dancing on. And that shit was, we used to get pumped off of just seeing that. No, I didn't say Mac 10 wasn't respected. I just said as far as like hood niggas that's really like that was out there, Dub C was still out there when he dropped the shadiest one. What's the first thing you ate after your long beard? An In-N-Out double lettuce wrap. Man, I tell you this. Even though it came out the year after you was born, it always amuses me when I hear youngsters listening to old music, like old raps. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I had an epiphany yesterday, or intense realization. The day before yesterday, me and Drina, we driving down the street listening to ESTUPID. When we go to the club, we don't need ID. Everywhere we go, it's a party, y'all. We gonna get it cracking like the Mardi Gras. Get stupid. Get stupid. We was listening to this song, right? But I'm like, I am 41 years old. I'm 41 years old. So, but but it's kids involved. So I'm like, is this legal? Are we really like, are we supposed to hide that we're in the car getting stupid to rap? Or is this really our old school music and it's okay for us to go listen to our old school music? And how we was dancing to our old school music, the kids would probably be like, Mom and Dad done lost their mind. Oh my God, they done lost their mind. So then I was on Facebook this morning. I was looking at G-Way. G-Way had posted on Facebook a party he was at yesterday. A party he was at yesterday. And guess what was playing? They had the neon glasses with all the neon hats, all that shit. They neon getting stupid. But it was a kid's party. It was his 18-year-old party. And the adults was getting more lit than the kids was. So I'm like, so I remember when I was younger and our parents was like 40, they listening to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and Earth, Wind and Fire and shit. And that was my perception of older, or what old people did. So now I'm that age, and I'm like, damn. So my old school my old school wouldn't even be Dr. Dre. Like the Chronic. I remember when the Chronic came out. So my old school would probably be somewhere around 96, 97, that stuff around there. Man, when I hear a youngster listening to stuff from that era, I smile. I really smile. I be wanting to tell them, when I hear a youngster listening to old music, I be wanting to tell them, hey, you should listen to this, you should listen to this, you should listen to this. Kicked the sneak stayed in Sacramento. Yes, he did. Farm Boys. Shout out Farm Boys. Ghost Ride the Whip. Yep. All that. I wasn't there for it though. I was not. I was good and in the pen when Get Stupid came out. I was good in the pen. Get Stupid came out 04. 04. I had already been locked up like damn near 9 years. Wait, no, probably about like 8 years. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 8 years. Oh, I told you. Oh, that was funny too. When we was riding, I said, "Look, babe. This how you do it. When you riding," I said, "You got to make the face." Before she even heard the Thizzle said, we was listening to Get Stupid. I said, "So when you dance, you got to make a face like you gotta." So then she was like, why make a face? She started trying to scrunch her face a little bit. She was like, that don't make sense to me. Then the Thizzle dance came on. I said, see, baby, go like this. Da 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 da. You gotta get into it. Growl like a bear. That shit was hella funny. But I'm just sharing my realization with y'all, man, because 40 years old ain't what it was 20 years ago. Like, I can literally say 40 years old, we're a whole different. If we made it to 40, this 40 right here, we're a whole different hybrid type of person. Unless you gave up. If you gave up at 40 and you succumb to normalcy, then yeah, you gave up. But if you at 40 and you made it to this point and you feel like me, then I feel like I'm just getting started. Every motherfucking day, I feel like I'm just getting started. I ain't got no ailments. I'm healthy. I get out there and play basketball, football, baseball. I do. Hey, look, I feel like I'm just getting started. I could only hope that if you're younger than me, that you make it to this age and feel this good. Still feeling myself. I'm in the building. I'm feeling myself. I ain't hurt. Still feeling myself. I kind of fell off. I kind of fell off when it came to like the whole this nation and all that. I didn't go too deep into it. Back Dre was the president, and that's who I fucked with. I didn't branch off. Cause in the beginning, shit, you had Mac Dre, Mac Mall, E40, and them. That and Too Short. That's what we had. That's what we had. So and we had Pooh. We had Pooh Man and Richie Rich, Dangerous Dame. We had that. I mean, we had some cool northern Cali rappers back then, but it wasn't a lot. And so them was the ones that we listened to in the beginning. Now, once they branched off into other people, some of us didn't branch out. I was thizzing at the ninth grade school dance. I can imagine that too. You start doing that shit, everybody formed a circle around you, and you, hey, go Tony, go Tony. The Delinquents, Brother Lynch, Shelsky, Coolnut. Yep, the era I'm talking about is before all of them. All of them. I'm talking about 89, 90, 91. Delinquents came mid 90s. Brother Lynch was 90. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Brother Lynch was 1992. 1992. Where you at? Round the corner from the payphone. I got the freak, I got the home, I got the chronic. Oh, is this song? So 24 deep. 92. Who else he said? X-Rated, yeah, because X-Rated dropped on that 24 deep. Mr. Doctor, yeah, he was there from the beginning. Selsky was around RBL days. RBL days was 93, but Selsky's first album was when? Cool Nut, rest in peace. Yeah, mid 90s. Before he died. I was looking like a butterball. You listen to Tech Nine? Yep. His brother get his sick ex his issue in the pen. I don't know nothing about them. IMP. I thought IMP was from like LA. I was from like LA. IMP. No, IMP. Damn. IMP, the real nigga. That's for real nigga. Up for myself, but up to IMP, nigga. IMP. Damn, what was he on? Gang related? I ain't heard that in hell long. Damn. I be having brain spasms when I all of a sudden remember something I forgot. Tech 9. What's sizzling? Me and my niggas and civilians. What's good? It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Yeah, I listened to Tech 9 Angelic and the one after that. But after that I couldn't stomach too much Tech 9 because that motherfucker had you crazy. That motherfucker Tech 9 will high, especially if you're on drugs. If you're on drugs and you listen to Tech 9 and you relate to him, you need to see a doctor. Because that means he then took you to his fantasy world and you stuck with the killer clowns. You ever been to Compton? Yes, I've been to Compton. Where you from, fool? But now I can't say that. Like I don't like LA hoods. I can't sit here and say like I can remember places. If I've been there, then I could kind of remember it. But Compton, I just slid through. I just slid through. But if you ask me about Beverly Hills, shit, I didn't drove around that motherfucker, so I might know something. Or Hollywood, I might know something. But once you get out there, then yeah, I've been to Slauson. I've been there. I've been to Crenshaw Slauson. Do you remember Messy Marv when he came out with PhD? You know, you talking about PSD, the driver. Yep, of course. What was Pen bumping Messy when he came out? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was late though. I was late. I ain't gonna lie, I was late. I wasn't bumping no Messy Marv when I was in Salinas Valley because that's like Central California. So the music that we was getting was kind of limited because prison was in the transition point when in the 90s when I came from 90 to like 2000. That was a real trend. I mean, I got there in 98. So 98 to 2000 was a real transition. So we was late on the music. So when I was still listening to Yuck Mouth. So when I hit Salinas Valley, when I hit Solano, and I took that all that tobacco that I had in my up my butt, and then my stashed in my little Super 3. Yeah, I took that and got me a boom box, and I was on the yard with that Messy Mark. All my niggas got motorbikes, swapping OG, cause that's what's whole life. This icing your watch, this icing those too. We popping those too. And then I'm an everyday hustler, everyday baller. Shot call, I need mine. Feel more stand up with that little flip. That shit was slapping. But that was so I was late on that Messy Mark. But by 2006, I was Messy Marved out. This is for the player, ain't you? Mm-mm. Yeah, I did slap. The world is a ghetto. The world is a ghetto. Only world is a ghetto I remember is the Ghetto Boys. I still fuck with Max, but you could tell that like the music that he making now, he ain't fully tapped in. Like when you on drugs, you're able to tap deep. Like you supposed to take them drugs and go with it and go on your journey and dig deep and let the demons rap for you. But I don't see that in his newer music. I don't see that. When I'm speaking on let the demons rap for you, I'm talking about like Jimi Hendrix or some shit like that. Said the drugs that made him lazy instead of creative. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. You know what though? People all had their journeys and their issues, and one of these lives soon, I'm gonna share that part of me, a part of me that y'all of my past that y'all I grazed on but never went into it. All right, so this live was good live. I appreciate y'all, everybody that came through, everybody watching the replay with some funny shit in this live here. Some funny shit in this live here. So funny, I'm gonna probably have to watch it back. Other than that, though, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Dirty Weather. And shout out to moderators, too.